What if the ending of Stranger Things isn't a win, but a decision so brutal that it erases a character forever? Volume 2 doesn't begin with action, it begins with damage already done. Before we dive into exactly what happens in Stranger Things Season 5 Volume 2, including who dies, how Vecna truly falls, and the final scene that ends the series forever, make sure you like this video and subscribe so you don't miss the breakdown. Here's a theory that explains what's really happening. In Volume 2, Hawkins is not a town that can be saved anymore. It is already past that point. If you look at past seasons, the Upside Down always stayed separate. It copied Hawkins, but it never replaced it. Monsters came through gates, but the world itself stayed normal. That changes now. The cracks in the ground don't close. The air feels wrong all the time. Parts of the town disappear instead of breaking. This shows the Upside Down is no longer attacking from the outside. It is taking over from the inside. People don't vanish because monsters grab them. They vanish because reality stops holding together. When something becomes unstable, it simply fades out. Time problems give us another clue. Clocks stop at the same moment. Radios repeat sounds from the past. This suggests Hawkins is stuck in the moment the world's connected. The government's reaction confirms this theory. They don't try to rebuild. They don't try to fix it. They lock the town down. That means they believe Hawkins cannot be repaired without causing something worse. If the merge spreads, other cities could be affected next. So the truth is simple. The world is not about to be lost. In Hawkins, it already is. And Season 5 Volume 2 is about stopping this damage from reaching everywhere else. Most fans believe Vecna's goal is simple: rule the world. That is a mistake. His plan is far bigger, darker, and more terrifying. Vecna is not after control. He is not looking for power. What he wants is removal of all boundaries, the rules that separate the real world from the Upside Down. The Upside Down has always needed gates to connect with Hawkins. The gates kept the worlds apart, weakly but clearly. Once those gates became permanent, the rules that separated dimensions disappeared. Vecna made this happen on purpose. He does not attack the military directly. He does not need an army. That is why Hawkins' soldiers and weapons cannot stop him. He attacks humans who are emotionally unstable. Fear, pain, guilt, and sadness are not side effects. They are tools. The more people suffer, the easier it is for the Upside Down to expand. Vecna does not target strength. He targets connection. He looks for emotional cracks. This is why he attacks certain characters first. They are connected to the Upside Down in ways we only now understand. Here's another clue. In Volume 2, the way the Upside Down spreads is not random. It moves in patterns, almost as if it has intelligence. This means Vecna is not just a monster. He is a strategist shaping reality itself. Every death, every fear, every choice made by humans is part of his plan. The ultimate goal is shocking. He does not want Hawkins. He does not want 11. He wants to merge the worlds completely, erase the line between dimensions, and create a space where nothing can be contained. That is why even when 11 fights, her power is not enough. Vecna is not a single enemy. He is a force of nature. And here's the terrifying part. Vecna has been patient. He doesn't need to rush. Volume 2 shows us he can wait, observe, and let humans make mistakes. His plan is designed so that the humans help him without even knowing it. The final question is not, how do we stop Vecna? The question is, can anything stop the merge once it reaches a certain point? And the theory says, probably not. Vecna is not just the villain. He is the trigger for the collapse of reality itself, and Volume 2 is where the consequences finally arrive. Many fans expect 11 to save Hawkins in Season 5 Volume 2, but the theory is simple. She cannot do it alone. 11's powers have always been strong, but now they are unstable. Every time she uses them, she risks being pulled into the Upside Down herself. Each battle weakens her connection to reality. In previous seasons, she could rely on her raw power. Now, the Upside Down is too large, too merged with the real world for her to stop it with force alone. Volume 2 shows this clearly. Hawkins is already broken. Time doesn't flow normally. Reality itself is unstable. This is a problem 11 cannot solve with strength. Her psychic attacks can destroy monsters, but they cannot repair the world. She cannot reset reality the way she resets a fight. Emotions also play a role. 11's powers are tied to her feelings. In past seasons, fear and pain could sometimes make her stronger, but now the stakes are too high. The Upside Down feeds on fear and chaos, and every time 11 uses her powers, it pulls her closer to danger instead of solving it. Even her friends cannot fully help. They can fight creatures, strategize, and distract Vecna's forces, but the final solution requires more than teamwork. It requires a choice, a sacrifice, and understanding the Upside Down in ways that 11 alone cannot manage. Here is the key theory. 11 cannot fix this because the problem is bigger than her. The Upside Down is no longer just a place. It has become part of reality itself. Powers alone cannot undo what is happening. This is where the focus begins to shift to another character, someone whose connection to the Upside Down goes deeper than 11's powers. That person is Will Byers. Will has always been connected to the Upside Down in ways we didn't understand. Volume 2 reveals that this connection makes him the bridge between worlds. While 11 fights with power, Will has the potential to solve the problem with knowledge and connection. And that is why Season 5 Volume 2 is terrifying. We are not just watching a hero fight a villain, we are watching the limits of power tested against reality itself, and realizing that strength alone is not enough to save the world. Here's the part most fans overlook. Will Byers is more important than anyone else in Season 5 Volume 2. He is not the hero we expect, he is not the fighter, but he has a connection to the Upside Down that nobody else has. This connection has been building since Season 1. It is why he survived, why he understands the Upside Down in ways the others do not, and why he can sense things that are invisible to everyone else. Think about it. Will has always been able to feel the Upside Down. He sees things before they happen. He notices patterns others miss. And now, in Volume 2, that connection becomes critical. The Upside Down is no longer just a world next to ours. It is inside Hawkins, spreading into reality, and only someone like Will, who carries part of it with him, can understand how it spreads and how it can be stopped. Here's the theory. Will is the bridge, not 11, not Mike, not the others. Will, he can reach the Upside Down in ways powers alone cannot. He can interact with it without being destroyed immediately, because part of it lives inside him. This also explains why Vecna focuses on pain and fear. Will's connection makes him a threat to Vecna, even if he is not strong. If Vecna cannot control Will, the plan to merge the worlds completely might fail. That is why Will's choices become critical in Volume 2. And here's the biggest point. The final solution will not be about fighting. It will be about understanding and sacrifice. Will might have to risk himself completely to stop the merge. That is why fans should expect shock and heartbreak in the final episodes. Someone close to the group might not survive, and it will likely involve Will because he holds the key. So while 11 has powers and the others can fight, it is Will's knowledge and connection that determine whether the world survives. Season 5 Volume 2 is building to a moment where the only way to stop Vecna and the Upside Down is through Will's unique bond, not brute force. This is why the stakes feel so high. It is not just a battle, it is reality itself being rewritten, and Will is the only one who can influence the outcome. Volume 2 is not just about monsters or powers, it is about choices and consequences. And the most shocking part is the sacrifice that changes everything. This is not a side character, this is someone in the core group, someone we have followed since the beginning, someone fans have grown to love. The theory is simple. In order to stop Vecna and the Upside Down from fully merging with our world, someone must risk everything. They must act as the anchor that holds the worlds apart. And the cost of this choice is permanent. The death is not emotional manipulation. There is no long goodbye. It happens fast. Brutal. Shock. One moment they are alive, the next they are gone. This sacrifice is necessary to close the gates or contain the Upside Down. Without it, Hawkins, and possibly the world, would collapse completely. It also changes the group forever. Surviving characters cannot go back to their normal lives. Hawkins is destroyed. Maps are erased. The town becomes a ghost, remembered only in whispers. The theory points to a key idea. Survival has a price. No one can save everyone. Even 11 cannot fix this alone. Will cannot do it without help. Someone has to give everything to stop the merge. This death sets up the final moments of the series. It shows that Stranger Things is not about happy endings. It is about reality testing heroes, friendship and sacrifice, and about the cost of stopping chaos that cannot be controlled. Fans should expect shock, heartbreak, and a feeling that nothing will ever be the same. Hawkins may survive in memory, but the survivors are forever changed. By the time we reach the final part of Season 5 Volume 2, it becomes clear the Upside Down cannot be destroyed. All the monsters, powers, and plans are not enough. The only option left is containment. Hawkins is sealed off. The town is removed from maps. The world acts as if it never existed. Scientists, soldiers, and heroes can only hold the breach, not erase it. This is why the sacrifice matters so much. The person who gave everything does not just die, they become the lock that holds the Upside Down at bay. Without this, the merge would spread. Without this, reality itself could unravel. 11 survives, but she is exhausted. Her powers are drained. She cannot fight anymore. The rest of the group survives too, but they are broken in different ways. Hawkins is gone. Memories are all that remain. Vecna is gone, but the world does not return to normal. The Upside Down may be held back, but it is still there, lingering beneath the surface. Every moment the survivors live is a reminder of the cost. The series ends not with hope, but with acceptance. Some doors close forever, some lives are lost, some powers are gone, but the survivors know they saved everyone else, even if it cost them everything, and that is why Season 5 Volume 2 is unforgettable. It is not about a final battle, it is about sacrifice, connection, and the reality of consequences. This is the moment Stranger Things teaches the ultimate lesson. Even heroes cannot control everything. Some fights are bigger than anyone. Some worlds cannot be won. They can only be held together for now.